Hey guys, Smooth Brain Operator here, talking to whoever listens out there. Today's topic I wanted to touch upon was something I thought of on my own. A fun little fan theory I thought of, which is the Golden Throne and who could potentially come from the Webway portal in the Golden Throne room itself, right near the Golden Throne in the heart of Terra. Now today's video is just kind of a fun little what if, right? Because there's a couple Primarchs that could, in my opinion, potentially come through the Golden Throne, or not through the throne itself, but from the portal that the Emperor is keeping closed so long as he's on the Golden Throne. Now, that may be a little bit of spoiler, so spoiler warning to begin. A lot of stuff could be spoiled for a lot of y'all who haven't read The Horus Heresy and or, more importantly, Siege of Terra yet, so just know that you've been warned. So, getting into it, I think that one of the Primarchs that would best fit... Well, first let me explain how, to my understanding, the Golden Throne works, which I'm probably wrong, very well could be, but because I read the books, and my understanding of it is, once the Emperor or Malcador or whomever comes off of the throne, there's like it doesn't just immediately stop working and the Webway portal opens up onto Terra and all the beasts can come running through, right, and all the Chaos armies can come through and destroy and ravage Terra and the Imperial Palace from within. It takes time. I don't know how long that is, whether it's 5 minutes, whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's an hour, might be 4 hours even, I don't know. But as far as I can tell, there's like a slow wind down period from once the main power source, the Emperor, comes off the Golden Throne. There starts to be a shutdown period, a very slow, like a clock, like an old school wind-up clock. It starts to slow down. All the little gears start to slowly stop one at a time, or first they start slowing down, and then one at a time they start stopping. And then eventually they all stop, and then the watch stops. And to my knowledge, that's how the Golden Throne works, is there's a little bit of a grace period. It's not long. It's not very long at all. But there is a slight period of time where as the throne shuts down, then the portal, the Webway portal, starts to open, or could be opened. So, and that's why Vulcan was standing guard over it, because if all of a sudden the Emperor had to leave, or Malcador wasn't there, or Emperor, whatever the case may be, Vulcan was the last stand, was the last bastion against the Webway portal if it opened against the hordes of chaos to come through. He's just standing there with his hammer ready to go to town on anyone coming through there. So that made me think, okay, well, right now we're pretty sure Jagatai Khan is in the Webway somewhere. He's somewhere with the elves, who knows, hanging out, having a party for all we know. But he's out there, not in real space, but in the Webway. And so what better, with Games Workshop moving things as fast as they are. And again, reminder, I'm here for a good time and not a long time, right? I'm here to enjoy the ride that is this wonderful living universe of Warhammer 40k. Yes, I think they should go slower with everything, but, whatever. I have no control over that. So, I think that with the Golden Throne failing every day, every year, every decade, more and more parts are starting to slow down and stop on the Golden Throne. What if, for whatever reason, I don't know, take your pick, the Golden Throne fails just enough and the Webway portal opens, or maybe the throne stops working. Like it outright just stops, even with the Emperor on it still. Some cog breaks, something happens, causes a huge malfunction in the machine, and the portal, Webway portal on Terra starts to open. But who better than to come through that? You have the Custodes ready to fight. They all form up and they're ready. And it's not demons that come pouring through, maybe some corpses of demons as they're thrown through and they're already cut in half. But then what if Jagatai Khan comes through, right? The great Khan himself coming back to the place that he once defended with his life and his son's lives, with his legion. Then for him to come through, I don't know, I feel like that would be one of the most fitting returns, is for him to come back through the webway portal. And then of course they then install the right part, or a new part they happen to have on hand, and the throne starts working again, and it closes the webway portal behind. Maybe Jagatai Khan has a great fight with the Custodes at his back, and they all fight the Chaos Forces while the portal is closing. Right? That'd be a pretty cool return. And I could see that. I could just see that, because Jagatai Khan, in his nature, they always refer to him as just this storm, right? That he's just like a hurricane, this unwieldy force that no one can control. It would just make sense for him to come back in a way that's not controllable or preventable for a while, hence the throne failing. Makes sense, and it pushes their narrative a bit more of, oh yeah, the throne's starting to go. Even with the Emperor on it, the throne is starting to fail. And maybe it shows signs of the Emperor's health failing, even though he is probably just a skeleton sitting on a chair. Maybe it's like showing his light dimming for a moment, and that allows the webway portal to open. But maybe it's because he chooses to reserve his power for a moment to let the webway portal open, right? Maybe that's his way to bring back Jagatai. Another one is Rogel Dorn. I'm really excited for Rogel Dorn, honestly. I think that he could also come back. Last we saw, he was fighting tooth and nail against Chaos. And Chaos, as we know, doesn't stay in real space very long. So if he was captured by Chaos, he would then be in the other realm, right? And so therefore, maybe, just maybe, he found a way to get to a webway portal, and he's been fighting his way back ever since on a webway, through the webway. Maybe he's the one that comes back through the portal. And of course, there's also the thought of Leman Russ, right? Him going straight into the Eye of Terror. Again, the Emperor chooses to let the throne start to fail for just a moment, and given that time to allow the webway portal to open just enough so that Leman Russ and his battle-worn, these men might even make the Custodes take a step back. I don't know, that might be heresy right there. But, just him and the 13th Company, Leman Russ and the 13th Company coming back through onto Terra, onto soil where, again, he might feel guilty of, because he was there. And then he left, and him feeling guilty that he should have been there. So now he has a chance to semi-redeem himself. Maybe he says a great one-liner like, I wasn't there to fight for my father before. I will be here now for the Wolven times. And, fights with the Custodes and the 13th Company at his back as they charge into the Chaos Demons as the Emperor tries to start closing the portal again. And again, maybe the Emperor will have a talk with Leman Russ and whichever Primarch could come back through the portal. And last but not least, of course, we also have Vulcan. Vulcan is alive. He's literally chilling on some planet. I'm pretty sure we know exactly where he is, actually. But it would be interesting for him to, because he's traversed those paths. He's been there. Now, he was guided heavily by the Emperor at the time during the Siege of Terra, and he was in the webway himself, but still might be a way for him to come back through and get back to Terra instantaneously without taking a ship, because that's the whole point of the webway, is instantaneous travel across space, time, and the universe. And then, of course, truly, last but not least, would be Constantine Valdor. Can you imagine Valdor? The one man the Emperor risked. He took a genuine gamble and risked his army of Thunder Warriors and probably Proto-Space Marines to find Malkador, or not, Constantine. As far as I understand the lore, the Emperor, with his all-seeing and all-knowing and his way to read the future, he took a genuine gamble to either lose everything right there at the beginning before he even got started, or find Constantine. And he did. He found Constantine Valdor. So that's another option. Now, who else to return than the suspected other Primarch? I mean, I don't know about y'all, but if you've read the Siege of Terra books, Constantine Valdor seems like the brother that the Primarchs never had. He seems like the official, unofficial other Primarch that is just loyal to a fault. He is the Emperor's spear. I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool to see Constantine, to see Jagatai, see Lehman, see Vulcan. I mean, or Rogel Dorn. Any of them, honestly. Any of those guys I could very well see coming through the Webway portal on Terra, which supposedly is like right next to the Golden Throne. It's like in the same room. If I'm not mistaken, in one of the books it mentions custodians guarding a group of soldiers going to the Webway, and they kind of shuffle them along to move past the Golden Throne to the portal to the Webway. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of good options there. I think there's a lot of cool possibilities. So tell me what you think. Comments down in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on that theory. And again, that's just a theory. That's just me rumor slinging, right? Or not even rumors, just my own thoughts on like what would be a cool way for any of the Primarchs to return. Oh, even Corvus Corax, right? Even him, he could come back through that way after he's done beating Lorgar's face in like a drum. But anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe. Let me know what you like. Let me know something else to talk about, guys. I love this universe. I love to serve y'all and get to continue to talk about this awesome, wonderful, living universe that is Warhammer 40,000. Leave like, comments, and below, and let me know what you think. Remember, guys, y'all work hard. All of us get up every day and we work hard, and I want y'all to also play hard. So do something fun. Doesn't even have to be 40K. But just get out there and do something fun. You work hard, you earn it. Try to relax, enjoy. I hope this video helps you get through your day a little bit better. Take care. Peace.